A man was browsing the vegetables and said, "I'll take some sweet potatoes. I haven't had these in months." The vendor smiled and replied, "Young people these days don't like these. They think it's useless. I'll give you 2 handfuls for $10. Just then, another man from behind started yelling, "Why are you selling vegetables here again?" He glared at the vendor and demanded to leave. The vendor, looking hurt, softly replied, "Mother will leave after selling these vegetables. I won't even ask for money, and I won't trouble you." But the son snapped, "Don't set up your stall in front of my office. What will people say if they see that the boss's mother is just a vegetable seller? Who would want to do business with me?" The vendor's voice trembled as she said, "Mother is a farmer and has farmed all my life." But the son coldly replied, "Some important clients are visiting today for an inspection, and I don't want them to see you." The man, witnessing this, stepped in and said, "Brother, this is no way to speak to your mother." But the son rudely shot back, "This is our family matter. You shouldn't interfere." Then, turning to his mother, he ordered her to leave and walked away. His mother, wiping away tears, quietly began packing up the vegetables. Just then, the man's assistant arrived and said, "All the general information has been printed. Let's go visit the other companies now." He paused for a moment and then asked, "By the way, why did you buy so many vegetables?" The man handed the woman $10, but she gently refused and said, "You must be the important customer my son was talking about." The assistant looked confused. "What's going on here?" he asked. Turning to the elderly vendor, the man said firmly, "Auntie, I don't do business with people who are unfilial to their parents." The woman's eyes filled with more tears. "I know, my son is not good to me and is a jerk, but please give him one chance." She suddenly got down on her knees, begging, "I won't get up until you agree. I beg you." The man looked at her, heart aching at her dignity, and finally said, "All right, I'll give him a chance, but only under one condition." The son, realizing the truth, froze in shock. The very man he had insulted earlier was the important client he had been waiting for. Panic set in as he rushed forward and bowed deeply. "I'm sorry, I didn't know, but I'm a filial son too," he stammered. But the man calmly cut him off. "There's no need to explain. I'm still willing to invest in your company, but only on one condition." The room fell silent. "You must accompany your mother in her work," the man continued, "and take good care of her not just once, but consistently, and post photos as proof. If there's no post, forget the deal." The son blinked in disbelief. "Take care of her? As in, what exactly?" The man's assistant stepped forward with a smirk. "Well, for example, $200 for combing her hair, $300 for helping her sell vegetables, and so on. Just to show the world what real respect looks like." The son hesitated. "Can't I just send her the money instead?" The man stood up. "If it's only about money, then you've missed the point. No post, no deal." A long silence followed. The son looked at his mother still sitting on the ground, face tired but hopeful. Finally, he sighed, "All right, I'll do it." Eventually, the son began walking beside his mother every day. He helped her set up the vegetable stand, carefully combed her hair in the mornings, and even shared photos online, proof of a son finally learning what it meant to honor his roots. People started noticing. Respect grew not just for the mother, but for the man he was becoming. One day, the investor called. "I've seen enough," he said warmly. "You've changed, and I've decided to invest." He handed over a card worth $1 million. But to his surprise, the son shook his head. "Thank you, but I can't accept this," he said gently. "I've already gained more than money. I've learned the value of my mother and her life's work. From now on, I want to stand by her not for a deal, but because she deserves it." Like and subscribe if you believe no amount of success in the world is worth more than a mother's love. Because at the end of the day, money can build companies, but only love and respect can build a home. Let's honor the people who raised us, not when it's convenient, but when it truly matters.